Welcome to Trivia Clips. Today we honor the unforgettable voice of soul and jazz, Amy Winehouse. With raw emotion and timeless lyrics, she created music that still resonates around the world. Let's begin part 1 of this tribute with 7 questions. Can you name these iconic tracks? 1. Which Amy Winehouse song begins with, "They tried to make me go to rehab, I said no, no, no"? Option A, Back to Black. Option B, Rehab. Option C, Stronger Than Me. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B. Rehab, released in 2006, this Grammy-winning hit became her signature anthem. It reflects her struggles with addiction and her resistance to rehab. The song blends Motown influence with modern soul. It won Record of the Year and Song of the Year in 2008. The horns and retro groove made it instantly recognizable. It cemented Amy's place in music history. 2. What song includes the lyrics, "He left no time to regret, kept his D wet"? Option A, Love is a Losing Game. Option B, Tears Dry on Their Own. Option C, Back to Black. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option C, Back to Black. The title track from her second album is one of her darkest songs. It tells the story of heartbreak, relapse, and emotional withdrawal. Her vocal delivery is haunting and deeply emotional. The production by Mark Ronson added cinematic depth. Its vintage sound echoed 1960s girl groups. It's widely considered her artistic masterpiece. 3. Which song features the line, "I don't know why I got so attached"? Option A, Wake Up Alone. Option B, You Know I'm No Good. Option C, Just Friends. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B, You Know I'm No Good. This track showcases Amy's confessional songwriting style. It dives into themes of guilt, betrayal, and personal flaws. She performed it live on Saturday Night Live in 2007. It mixes jazz, soul, and hip-hop influences. The raw honesty in her lyrics connected with millions. It became one of her most played radio hits. 4. What upbeat track samples Ain't No Mountain High Enough? Option A, Tears Dry on Their Own. Option B, Monkey Man. Option C, Valerie. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option A, Tears Dry on Their Own. This hit samples the classic Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell tune. Despite its upbeat melody, the lyrics are deeply bittersweet. It talks about independence after emotional disappointment. The contrast of sound and subject became a signature style. It was one of her most successful UK singles. The song remains a fan favorite worldwide. 5. What song was her debut single from the album Frank? Option A, Take the Box. Option B, Stronger Than Me. Option C, Fuck Me. Pumps, you have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B, Stronger Than Me. Released in 2003, it introduced Amy's jazzy, bold persona. She criticizes a partner for being emotionally immature. It won the Ivor Novello Award for Best Contemporary Song. The lyrics show early signs of her fearless honesty. It mixes soul, R&B, and witty commentary. The song marked the beginning of her brilliant career. 6. Which song did she famously cover with Mark Ronson in 2007? Option A, Cupid. Option B, Valerie. Option C, It's My Party. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B, Valerie. Originally by the Zootons, Amy's version became more popular. Her soulful vocals gave the song a fresh, retro vibe. It became a massive hit in the UK and beyond. The track's upbeat tempo hides its longing lyrics. She often performed it live to huge acclaim. It's one of her most streamed songs today. 7. What track features lyrics about walking the streets at night to forget someone? Option A, Wake Up Alone. Option B, some unholy war. Option C, Me and Mr. Jones. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A, Wake Up Alone. A melancholic, beautifully arranged track from Back to Black. It explores loneliness and obsessive longing with poetic lyrics. The orchestration adds a cinematic quality to her pain. It shows Amy's vulnerability at its rawest. Though not released as a single, it's a fan favorite. It reflects the emotional depth of her songwriting. That's just the beginning of our Amy Winehouse tribute. Get ready for part 2. More unforgettable lyrics and timeless tracks await. Like and subscribe to Trivia Clips for the best in music challenges. Welcome back to Trivia Clips. We're continuing our tribute to the unmatched voice of Amy Winehouse. From jazz-infused grooves to gut-wrenching ballads, these songs show her range and depth. Let's see how well you really know her music. Here comes part 2. 8. Which Amy Winehouse song begins with, "What kind of fury is this?" Option A, Me and Mr. Jones. Option B, Just Friends. Option C, Addicted. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A, Me and Mr. Jones. The line is one of Amy's most iconic and boldest openings. This track combines sharp humor with heartbreak. She expresses jealousy over a lover choosing Nas over her. It shows her flair for mixing personal stories with wit. The song is jazzy, defiant, and totally unforgettable. It's a standout moment on Back to Black. 9. What song features the chorus, "Why do you only call me when you're high?" Option A, Addicted. Option B, Just Friends. Option C, Know You. Now you have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B, Just Friends. This track explores the pain of unrequited love. Amy laments the blurred lines between friendship and romance. The reggae-inspired beat contrasts the emotional lyrics. It's smooth, raw, and emotionally complex. The song subtly critiques empty promises and emotional avoidance. It was never a single, but fans love its honesty. 10. Which song contains the line, "Kept his dick wet with his same old safe bet"? Option A, In My Bed. Option B, Back to Black. Option C, He Can Only Hold Her. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option B, Back to Black. Yes, it appears again. This song is packed with raw truth. The lyric is blunt, but poetically delivered. It reveals deep betrayal and emotional retreat. Amy's wordplay turns pain into haunting beauty. The track's minimal, shadowy arrangement intensifies the sorrow. It remains her most critically acclaimed work. 11. Which jazz-influenced track ends with the line, "I just think you're sweet and you're dandy"? Option A, Know You Now. Option B, Moody's Mood for Love. Option C, Far. Me Pumps. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option A, Know You Now. From her debut album, Frank, this song blends sass with sincerity. It shows Amy's early confidence in phrasing and control. The lyrics mix flirtation with a sense of empowerment. It's steeped in classic jazz and R&B influences. The live versions highlight her vocal improvisation skills. Though underrated, it's a gem for true fans. 12. What upbeat song critiques women obsessed with superficial status and fashion? Option A, Valerie. Option B, He Can Only Hold Her. Option C, Pho. Me Pumps. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer, option C, Pho. Me Pumps. Amy uses satire to mock shallow nightlife culture. The lyrics are funny, biting, and sharply observant. It became one of the highlights of her Frank era. The title refers to stiletto heels worn for attention. Amy's delivery is playful but layered with meaning, a perfect mix of humor and commentary. 13. What song discusses a woman caught between independence and emotional struggle? Option A, He Can Only Hold Her. Option B, In My Bed. Option C, Amy, Amy, Amy. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option A. He Can Only Hold Her. This soulful track combines old-school doo-wop with modern edge. It explores inner conflict and emotional detachment. She's aware of her worth, but still pulled into pain. The production feels vintage but crisp. It was one of the last tracks on Back to Black. A quiet but brilliant closer to her emotional arc. 14. What track from Frank is built around a groovy sample of Nas's Made You Look? Option A, Stronger Than Me. Option B, In My Bed. Option C, Intro, Cherry. You have 5 seconds to answer. Correct answer. Option B, In My Bed. It blends hip-hop beats with jazz-inspired vocals. Amy sings about power dynamics and infidelity. The sample gives it a gritty urban feel. It showcased her experimental edge early on. The contrast between lyrics and rhythm adds depth. It's still one of her most dynamic recordings.